Hello, my gnomies! You're tuned in to another live edition of LockerGnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short, your daily dose of geek news, reviews, and answers that you can use. Like an answer to the question, what happened today? No one seems to know. I mean, a lot of things have certainly happened today, but it is going to be a very slow news day, which means that either TLDR is going to be very, very exciting, or not so much. The only way to find out is to watch the entire thing, because you never really know what's going to happen. Like yesterday when we did a hour or so TLDR with the Hangout, answering questions and interacting, bringing you further inside of my head, where it's at, not physically. I don't want anybody in there. This is not Being John Malkovich, which, by the way, was an amazing movie. God, we are off to a rip-roaring start. That's not even close to being geeky. Is it? No. Being John Malkovich was a geeky movie. Can we agree on that? Because of, what was going on with the metaphysical world and getting into someone's head, and it was a tiny nerdy, a bit, a skosh. I just wanted to use skosh in a sentence today, and now I have. I am streaming this live onto YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. If you are tuned in live, that's awesome. I will be able to answer questions as this broadcast continues. Let me remind everybody that Citrix is one of our sponsors. Citrix Go-to-Assist offers a secure, cloud-based solution for IT and customer support professionals to provide live and unattended remote support to their employees and customers working from any computer or mobile device. For a 30-day free trial, visit gotoassist.com. So there you go, free trial. Does that make you happy? Okay, if that, doesn't really impress you, well, you may not be in tech support. Because it can be a very challenging endeavor, a very challenging prospect to do tech support. How many times have you gone over to a relative, or one of their houses or a friend's house, and they ask you right away, oh, wait, you like computers? Hey, I'm having an issue with X, Y, or Z. And they expect you know everything. Well, you may know everything. That's cool. I definitely do not. And I'm always looking for cool tools to use that might be able to help me better engage with the people that I need to support. So if you're an IT support professional, in IT at all, if you help people troubleshoot their computer problems, Go-to-Assist is the best tool that I've found to date. We've got other tools that you may care to use if you didn't know about it. We've got a few of them at deals.lockergnome.com, including the TravelCard iOS Lightning wallet-sized charger. It's pretty small. If you have an iOS device, like an iPad or potentially an iPhone or iPod Touch, does anybody buy those anymore? I haven't had an iPod Touch in years. We also have OnLive 250 games. I want to say 250 more, but it's 250 plus games. OnLive, 1 month access for free. There you go. Just try it. It's worth that, right? Try it. If you don't like it, you don't have to stick with it, but at least try it. It's an opportunity right there. We've also got a discount on the ChargeTech 12,000 milliamp hour portable power outlets. Again, deals.lockergnome.com. It was kind of a day to celebrate for a lot of us who happen to like wine. It is National Drink Wine Day. And I'm very, very happy about that because I do enjoy wine. I pulled a video out of an archive on the classic YouTube channel where I was showing off my favorite wine gadget. It's called a Venturi. Now, they've released not just updates to the Venturi, but there have been other aerator systems that I've tried, but nothing came close to the simplicity and ruggedness of the Venturi wine aerator. If you drink red wine, watch that video. You may pick up this wine gadget, or if you know someone who drinks red wine, they make one for whites as well, by the way, a separate one, a Venturi wine aerator. The best wine gadget I've ever used. Still use it to this day. Even though I've not yet had an opportunity to try my Darth Vader corkscrew. Did you know there was a Darth Vader corkscrew? This exists. This means something. This is a gift from Jasmine and Slav, and it's awesome. I have not removed it from the packaging yet. I'm waiting for a really good bottled wine to try. If I can find a geeky wine, I'd love to try a geeky wine. I'm the only one around here who drinks wine and beer, at all. So I have to wait until friends come over before I can tear into a bottle of wine to use my Darth Vader corkscrew, which you can get as well. We tweeted it out from the LockerGnome account earlier today, and then, of course, also uploaded the Venturi wine gadget video to the Facebook page separately, because much like with a good wine, I think videos should age well. So there you go. What ages well? Wine, cheese, and Chris Pirillo's videos. Some of them, at least. I don't think this video is going to age as well as some of those that I did years ago. Something that has just hit my desk. Not physically, I set it down. I needed to get silicone lube replacement, and so I just decided to go with a brand that I've used before, WD-40. Not straight up WD-40. This is the Specialist Edition. So I am a lube specialist. Just so everybody knows, it is official. It is on the can. I am a lube specialist. I needed a silicone lubricant to use on the garage door, as well as in key parts of the house that tend to squeak. I've started to use silicone lubricant more so than straight up WD-40 for a lot of different reasons, but this is the new thing that I have. If you do not have lubricant, really, what do you do when something squeaks? Can't do anything. I'm worried. I really am. And this isn't to speak to the quality of the product, but I'm worried that at some point in the future, Dancing Groot is going to start squeaking. This is a bobblehead. I just unboxed him for today's CPU video series. Have you been watching CPU in the classic YouTube channel? That's right. I've had this for some time now. I talked about it for the first time within the daily vlog, Dancing Groot. And finally had a chance to unbox him. A lot of people love collecting pop vinyl stuff, so I finally did a dedicated video about pop vinyl, and will likely be showcasing other pop vinyl characters as I get in the future, not just in TLDR, to show something new. I think this is going to be going downstairs. My idea with taking a lot of these entertainment collectibles downstairs is, really, it's the awesome rooms down there. We've got the studio we're building out in there. It's entertainment stuff, and of course, Dancing Groot. Not just Baby Groot. Dancing Groot is a part of that. He's not really a baby. He's cute, though. And he bobbles. This is apparently one of the more popular pop vinyls that you can get. This one right here. And I got him. And I put a link for everybody out there at some point in conjunction with the CPU video. Yesterday, in the Hangout, we kind of discussed what I want to do with the classic YouTube channel now that TLDR is long form, discussing various bits of news, things that have come across my radar. One of the things that I guess we kind of came down to, or what it boiled down to, was doing a different kind of a short video, but an ongoing series of show and tell. Now, this is based on the premise of Pirillo Picks. You might remember a while ago I did that series in the classic channel. People have been missing that. I'm like, yeah, it just took a lot to produce, and I don't know if people saw what they were looking for in those videos, and CPUs kind of replaced Pirillo Picks. But my idea behind doing something like a daily show and tell, which is mostly show, is that I get a lot of random things that otherwise I'm never really going to create a video about. Like, I don't think I would necessarily create a separate video about Dancing Groot. In the current scheme of things, I wouldn't do a full-on CPU about Dancing Groot, this little bobblehead. I just couldn't speak too much to it. But I would like to be able to showcase it in a video and say, hey, I got this. Here's why I like it, like Guardians of the Galaxy, etc., etc. And record this video, maybe a minute long, 2 minutes long, telling you I'm really excited. I finally got this. Here's why I like it. Did you know this was available? And then upload that video to the classic YouTube channel daily. So we've got a CPU video now daily, and likely a show and tell video that won't be as produced, or certainly not as heavily edited, but still something that where I get to showcase things like Dancing Groot, or even the Darth Vader corkscrew, or I don't know if I'd do a video on the silicone spray. That's not really exciting. What's another thing? I just got this the other day, and I haven't had a chance to talk about it. This is something that the company had sent to me, or at least the PR company sent to me. By the way, remind me that I want to talk about my t-shirt too. This is, see if I can get the embossed, I can't see that on top. This is a, how do I say this? It is a card sharp safety knife. I don't want to pop it out right now because I want to read the instructions. Obviously, there's a sharp blade that is the size of a credit card. Look at that. Size, shape, thickness, a little thicker than a credit card. But this is a blade that you could use and carry around with you. Yikes. I don't know if I will necessarily, but this is kind of nice to have. See, it says, warning, sharp blade, open with care. Yeah, I'm going to read the directions before trying to open it, because the last thing I need to do is take a trip to the emergency room or faint here live on YouTube. It's been known to happen. I have passed out from the sight of my own blood before. So there you go. It is a product that I wouldn't necessarily do a separate video on. I did the what was it, the Wallet Ninja a while ago. I thought that was kind of unique to do as a video, but that would be an example of here's a cool tool that I found and it does this, and here's what it is, and here's how you use it as a blade. But it's very 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 portable. I'd be very 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 careful with it though, because obviously it's a sharp object. It came in probably the most how do I say this? Beautiful packaging I'd ever seen. I should have showed you. Okay, so I'm going to take the card out for a second because I'm going to have to get it back in. But it came, this was the packaging. The packaging was almost as thin. See, there's the directions right there. The packaging itself was almost as thin as the product outright. Now, that's an example of something that I might show in TLDR, but if I do a separate video on it, I'd kind of shoot something with the vlog camera, and say, all right, here, I got this thing, and it's a knife that you carry around, and what's unique is that it's this, it's a great little tool. Can't wait to, try it at one point when I know I need it, and inevitably that's what a tool is good for. And then that video clip gets uploaded to my classic channel, which is kind of a hodgepodge of all things Chris Pirillo. It's Chris Pirillo's universe, but it's not stressful. It's a show and tell. It's just one thing that I found, and across the course of the day, that when people are searching for something, they'll find that video. That's the challenge with doing videos like TLDR. They're not searching for TLDR. TLDR, this type of video, this type of podcast, this type of experience, TLDR, is just for my community. Very rarely would anybody else care to listen to me talk a half hour about various things that I want to talk about, things that I find interesting. So expect a new daily show and tell in that classic channel of awesome things that I find, or things that I find are things that I want to try, like green Coke. It's a new kind of Coca-Cola product that Diana wanted, and I got it for her, and I tried it in the vlog. And I thought, this needs to be a separate video. How do I do that? I'm like, here I go. I'm going to taste green Coke. It's got a combination between cane sugar and not really an artificial sweetener. It's stevia, so it's more natural. Not as natural as like the sugar that we've known. Not like cane sugar. It doesn't taste the same. And I tried it. I'm like, it's not bad. Wouldn't say it's great, but it's not bad. And it's only 90 calories, which is pretty amazing, too. It's not going to get me to start drinking cola. But, that's kind of like, okay, I tried it. It's fun. It's different. It's new. It's worth trying. If you're looking for a diet drink, but you're afraid of artificial sweeteners, that could be a separate video. Is it for geeks? Not necessarily. Does that make me any less of a geek? Definitely not. So I tried something this afternoon. If you didn't notice what I'm wearing right now, this is a new t-shirt. This is very, very geeky. If you do not know what this is, get out. Get out. Get out. Let me tell you, I took a picture, like a selfie, and the way that this part of, well, you look for my social feeds, this part was kind of twisted down here, and Barnacle Nerdgasm said that it looked like something that it wasn't designed to look like. So this t-shirt goes all the way around. You can see the front and the back, so I got a cape on the back. It's not a real cape, it's just in the shirt. What I love about this shirt, number one, we sell it at shop.lockergnome.com. You can get one for yourself. Yes, Supernomies, I do believe, get a shop discount as well. You can email me by way of that system. If you're one of the Supernomies, you can get a hold of me by way of Patreon. But what I love about this is that it's so extremely super soft, but not cotton. There's no cotton in this. It's, I think, mostly polyester, but also spandex. And it's it's loose fitting. I love this so much. I don't care what the other characters are. I want them. It's that type of material. This is the type of t-shirt that I want to wear daily. I love how it feels. It feels so nice. So nice. I don't care what it looks like. If I'm not comfortable in it, I don't want to wear it. Period. And you know what? I really believe this. I know Jedi is not even 6 months old, but I'm telling you, she does not like being uncomfortable. She doesn't like being feeling restricted. She likes being like this. She never liked being swaddled. I think she just wants to be in comfortable clothes. And you know what? So she's going to be just like her dad. So then now the onus is on us to find comfortable clothes. Diana's still kind of in the whole realm of thinking, oh no, it's got to be cute. Hun, do you want to show him the cute dress that you got her? Can't believe I'm asking for this. No? Oh, show him a cute one. If it could be geeky, that'd be wonderful, hun. It's costumey? That works for me. My daughter will be cosplaying at a very early age. If only you and I knew. That's not. How is this? This is not. What cosplay is this? She's not going to like this. Daddy doesn't mind it, but she's not gonna. What is this? What kind of? Okay, help me out, nerds. Who is this cosplay? Who is this?
Yeah, tweet us a picture.
Tweet us a picture of what?
Of who it is.
Well, they'd have to. How do we? They'd have to put a head up there if they.
I mean something similar.
Here we go. Something similar. I'm like, here. I'm gonna hold up the baby. You like here? Y'all can Photoshop baby's head up there. Although it would look a little weird. Never mind.
Yeah.
Because the baby has no arms. What is this? Who's in this?
Isn't that adorable?
Not really.
Isn't dressing up kind of geeky?
Dressing up is geeky, but this isn't cosplayish.
Aww.
I need something. It would have to be like from a cartoon or fandom.
Yeah. Maybe they'll find one similar.
All right. Good luck, everybody. Going along with those fantasies there. So,
Can you show one more?
yeah, you can show one more, hun.
Okay.
Jeez, Chris, God, go with. Oh, that is kind of neat. Not very geeky at all.
It's got
but
eyes.
It's got. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, this is cosplayish.
Fancy, cute, and then bam, eyes.
A little creepy. Jedi is going to be an Oscar the Grouch. Like here. What the hell? Did you buy this? What am I doing? What am I doing here? Huh? What are you looking at? What are you staring at? Huh? This is what happens on a slow news day. I really feel bad for anybody who's watching by not watching it. They're listening to the podcast because they're going to want to tune in for this. I'm going to be an animated GIF on Twitter real soon. Nah? Watch for me. Yeah. Did you see the animated GIF that I retweeted?
No. Oh, did we say I got this at the thrift store?
No, you did not say that you got it at the thrift store, but you have to see... Oh, first of all, I said it's National Drinking Wine Day. This is a real thing. It's called Wine Rack. What? And what it is, you could wear this. You put wine in there, it's for a woman, and then you could sip it through your bra structure thing.
Okay.
Yeah, we just tweeted that out from LockerGnome. I realize my screen's very, very bright. No, here, hun, wait. Remember this? You've seen this video. I know you've seen this video, and you're gonna laugh when you see this. Let me adjust the brightness because I think everyone's gonna laugh, and because I did, I was like, oh my god, this is hilarious. This is the best thing I've seen in forever. So, have you ever seen that kitten video? You know, where the person is tickling the kitten, and the kitten does this.
Yeah.
I love animated GIFs, man. I eat them up. Isn't that great? Isn't that the greatest? What happens on slow news days? Chris pulls out the animated GIFs. Oh, come on. This is totally worth it. Totally worth it. Oh, I'm going to be, by the way, the separate video as I was talking about, the show and tell, I think is the series I want to call it. Like, I want to say, hello, my nomies. Today for show and tell, I brought this. And then I ask at the end, like, if you have something that I haven't seen yet, show me. If you have something that I haven't heard yet, tell me. It's a nice way of ending the video. But I'm going to be doing a beta of those videos and sending them out to the super nomies, so you get a chance to see them. And I'm doing my best. I'm trying different things, seeing what works, like animated GIFs. Animated GIFs work. Did have a question that came in from someone who is tuned in to the live stream, because we gotta have that chat room going. I saw Liz had texted this to me here. By way of Ross Williams, he asks, questions for Chris. This question's for me. And he says, it kind of leads on from a tweet he sent earlier. What would be in it for the social networks like Facebook and or Twitter to allow content creators to monetize? Okay. So before I dive into this question, because there's actually, it's in relation to another bit of news, which I don't know is all that interesting to a lot of people who follow me. One, Microsoft is apparently buying back Surface PCs. They've got discounts of the Surface Pro 3. That's just news for everybody out there. Has nothing to do with this question, but it reminded me that was the most interesting bit of news that I heard today in relation to what most of my audience might be interested in. Audience, community. So YouTube apparently has updated their content monetization policy. And so this video, when we upload this video, like the TLDRs this week, we have to flag it as contains a paid product placement, because it does. We have a sponsor, obviously, Citrix Go to Assist. So we have to mark it as such in order to be cleared in the system. And obviously I live with full transparency. They're sponsoring. So the way they're doing things now and the way they have done things, and I've never gone this route, thankfully. But there's some people will put, like, at the beginning of a video, they'll have a slate of, this video is sponsored by XYZ company. And it'll be like, the beginning of the video, and then it'll go on to the video. Apparently, you can't do that anymore. That's a big deal. Let your favorite content producers who do that know. That is a no-no now. Because, and I think this is not a bad thing. It's both good and bad. It's good because YouTube's going to be replacing it, apparently, with their own system where a sponsor could buy in their own, quote-unquote, not pre-roll, but a slate, a pre-slate, a slate, or whatever at the beginning of the video. That's cool. I love that idea. Love that idea. It's just like I love the idea of what YouTube now had done, because I never really had a channel intro. But, content creators can upload their own channel intro. So, like in this channel, it's an animation of that John, who does the video editing for CPU, he had the animated LockerGnome's Geek Lifestyles, and it goes dun dun dun. It's nice that, and if we want to change that at any point in the future, we can swap it out with something else. You can't do that effectively with a sponsored video, so it allows Google another way of monetizing. It should allow content creators another level of monetization, and potentially a deeper kind of sponsored engagement. But it's something that I think is it's going to be difficult for certain people who've been used to doing that to get used to, because it's a change. As long as YouTube's able to execute on the idea of letting a sponsor buy in as one of those slates on various videos, I think a lot of people would be happy. I'd be thrilled. That'd be great, because it's unobtrusive, very simple, very quick, very clean, and most importantly, it's not necessarily sewn into the video. So when I do this type of video with a paid product placement, I say it outright. You can't take that out of the video, which makes it very easy for me to be able to take an earlier video that we might have done a long time ago and put it on Facebook. So just about any one of the CPU videos that we record can go onto Facebook. It'll go onto Facebook because we can get more views. Because yes, I mean, there might be ad revenue, possibly, but if you use a link that we put out there, we might get referral credits. So if you buy something from Amazon, if you use an affiliate link, the person who gave you that last link is the one who gets the credit. That's awesome. So it makes it easier to put that video in various places. You can't necessarily do that when it's sewn into the video, or when it's sewn into the video, it's easier to do. When it's something that the value of that video is only in relation to the ads that are running against it, it's less flexible. Because then, the value of the video is contingent on how many people see it. And that, to me, is just never speaks to the quality of a video. You don't care how many other people have seen a video that you love. You've seen it. Who cares if 1 million other people seen it? If you've seen it and you love it, that's all that matters. But unfortunately, for content producers who are relying solely on ad revenue, they have to be very, very creative in terms of how they're able to continue to do what they're doing for their respective communities. Every one of us are in the same boat. Every single one of us. So YouTube is getting flexible. Now, to speak directly to your question, now that I've kind of talked through the scenario there in relation to the new news, which is, again, more interesting to content creators, but hopefully gives you a bit more insight. And I believe in living transparently. Facebook and Twitter, they operate on different business models. I think Twitter is far more friendly to the idea because I mentioned it yesterday. They just recently acquired a company that connected brands with influencers. That's awesome. That is perfect. I love that idea because to me, when it's not just about me sending out a tweet. It's when I do something and put it out there again and again and again and again, whether I know it or not, I'm influencing. I can point to my feed today, just alone today, and show you at least one example of how I've absolutely influenced. If I can find it in because I think I retweeted it. Oh, Tweetbot, you suck. Tweetbot's not exactly perfect. Let me see here. I will find it. It was a picture that I believe Terrell Baker had tweeted earlier today. This is, to me, an example of influence. Well, here's a shout out to Carlos, who is tuned into the Pop Vinyl CPU. He collects Pop Vinyl. He's a fan of that. And so he was very much looking forward to my take on, talking about Pop Vinyl. So here, this is Mark Gordon, who made a custom display for his Lego minifigures. He tweeted that to me. He's like, that's pretty cool. Terrell, let me see if I can find your... Oh, man, I know. You tweeted it way earlier than... There we go. Terrell Baker. I influenced him, and he's now collecting Lego minifigures or getting into Lego in general. That's influence. that doesn't get boiled down to a tweet. It doesn't get boiled down to a channel. It doesn't get boiled down to one thing. And so that's the difficult thing to explain to a bigger brand when you bleed influence. Now, anytime someone sees something like Star Wars or Darth Vader, they tweet me. That's awesome. That's influence. I love that. Love it. Give me more. I love it. Find an awesome beer, you tweet me. That's awesome. That's influence. With Twitter acquiring that company, I believe they are better poised to help enable those relationships more so than Facebook. Facebook, I don't think is ever going to, and I could be wrong. Lord knows I hope I'm wrong. Facebook's interested in making money for one company, Facebook. And I've seen zero indication as to their want, need, or desire to help monetize or help a company monetize apart from that. Facebook wants to make it easier for you to spend money on Facebook. That's it. But if you haven't got an ROI beyond that, forget about it. So to me, I see Facebook, diving deeper into video engagement. So I'm thinking, well, how and what can I do to still be able to do video, connect with community out there and use the platforms that you're using to do this stuff. What does it matter if you view it on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter? I don't care. Ultimately, I don't care. As long as you see it. That, to me, is the bottom line. I just want you to see it. It's easier to do on YouTube because YouTube's predicated on the model of video. Video. And the typical monetization strategy has been in relation to ads. But that's one of the things that's been nice about having patrons. Patrons allow me more flexibility to not just be reliant on YouTube ad revenue. I still am. It's still valuable. It's still there. But I'm telling you, it's going to be more and more difficult for content producers to go that direction. So I'm thinking, what can I do to provide more value to all my nomies, to provide even more value to the super nomies, aka my patrons, and then still be able to continue to do, what it is that I'm doing and do it better. So I have to think beyond all these strategies and how the companies approach, because like YouTube can change their mind like that. Twitter can change their mind like that. Facebook can change their mind like that. So I use those platforms and appreciate the platforms for what they provide. But at the same time, the deeper strategy is what we're trying to do with the reboot of the LockerGnome app. We have the LockerGnome app available for iOS and Android. It kind of sucks, admittedly. We haven't sent out a push notification for a while. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm not really responsible for that. But we're kind of waiting for a new platform to open up. We're going to be migrating you, community, to that platform. And then with that, be able to build, talk about different features, through a lot of our unique content into it, a lot of unique experiences into it. A lot of our conversations can be tracked through the app. Instead of just relying on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, we'll have one app in aggregate. Whether you're using Android or iOS, we'll have, common threads. So instead of having to count on me to go to Instagram, you can count on me doing something within the app. And from within the app, it may even be easier for me to even, or for us to be able to further categorize the different kind of things that I might be talking about on any given day. So if I may have a separate Star Wars feed within the app. I can't do that on Facebook from the Chris Pirillo page. I can't do that on any social platform because it's me. It's all or nothing. When I can control the experience through an app, there's a better opportunity to more finely tune or get people to follow, or having them be able to follow the things that you might want to follow from me. So social platforms aren't always going to be interested in helping people like myself. They're not interested in helping people like yourself either. They're not. They're interested in making money, and they're probably not making money through you, and they're not making money through me necessarily, unless they're YouTube. Facebook's not. I used to spend money on Facebook. And then they removed the ability to promote pages from, or promote posts from personal profiles. So Facebook didn't want my money anymore. Well, that's too bad. I'd have been happy. I was happy to spend $8 if I knew the post was going to be interesting. Now the easiest way to get attention on Facebook is upload a video. For reals. Upload a video. It'll get attention on Facebook. A status post might get attention. Photos, not so much anymore. Links, kind of. But video is really where it's at on Facebook. Today, they're trying to drive up the engagement to create a better value for their people, the sponsors, the people who are willing to pay for further placement on Facebook and in the feed. But you can't count on that. You just cannot count on that. That's something that it wears on me, and you always have to be looking for the next thing as someone who puts content out there. And I realize I'm fighting a lot of attention. There are a lot of amazing things to be paying attention to. So I always appreciate it when people pay attention to me, as long as they have, for as long as they might in any given day. And you know what? I might be talking about something you just don't care about, but I think most of what I cover today, I think I've touched upon things that you do care about vicariously. Even if you're not someone who produces video, you obviously do care about content. It's nice to know what the people who are doing the things for you have to go through to be able to get you the things that you want from them. Sometimes it's nice to see, what happens on the other side of the screen, which is really kind of what happens when we do the patron hangouts more often than not every weekday, which is what I've kind of got to roll into right now. So thank you for bearing with me. I think I did pretty well. I talked about things that I find fascinating and interesting, and just wanted to give everybody a heads up. And here's the thing: if you wanted me to cover something different, you had the opportunity to let me know. If you find something fascinating that you wanted me to talk about, let me know, because otherwise, there's only so much I can do. I can't read your mind. I've done my best to read your mind. It is yet to succeed. But even though I can't read your mind, I do love you. I do appreciate you. I have to roll into the patron hangout now. So at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices.